Hi Colette, did you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Colette. I work in the operating room. I've been here in Hawaii for 3 years. And in California, I worked for Independent Union. I loved it. Very effective. I'm very excited about this election.
And I'm Maureen. I'm the former president of HNA, 27 years at Kaiser. And there have been so many questions and lots of information out there around HNHP. So I'm here to answer any questions that people have.
One of the things people are concerned about is a recent video that came out about that union in California that went independent and doesn't have a contract.
Okay, so I think what you're referring to is the SEIU sponsored video. Right. That's NUHW. NUHW is an independent union, and they actually are covered by status quo, which is a great topic to talk about because that really protects everybody. Status quo means that you don't lose anything while you're an independent union and bargaining your first contract.
So how are we different?
So we are different because we are registered nurses in a hospital setting, in a clinic setting, and NUHW is primarily behavioral health employees. So a lot of social workers, not heavy on the RNs, and they certainly are not capable of closing down a hospital if that was to happen.
So that's why their strikes haven't been working.
Yeah, their strikes don't really work because they don't have the leverage that we do. So a really good example is KPNAA is an independent union of nurse anesthetists. Can you imagine the OR working without nurse anesthetists?
We couldn't do it.
Okay.
Couldn't. So with HNHP, why are we different?
So we're also different because we believe in partnership, and we believe in a national agreement, and we believe in collaborating to solve problems at Kaiser. NUHW does not believe in that. They're not part of the LMP. They are not covered by a national agreement. They are totally separate.
So with status quo, we're protected.
Correct.
What does partnership give us?
So partnership gives us basically a avenue to problem solve with the employer. And they call it the privileges and the responsibilities of partnership when you're under a national agreement. So whether you're under the Alliance National Agreement, which is where we will be, there are things that they expect, but they also give you privileges. So in other words, how they treat you is differently than how they treat a non-partner union. So once we win our election, what we will be doing is petitioning to the Alliance to get into the Alliance so that we are basically locking down those things that are so important to us.
So things like our pension.
Like the pension, like the Ben Hudnall, like your pay raises, like your PSP.
That's important stuff. What will we be losing?
So you won't be losing anything. It's status quo. So it's really quite, straightforward.
So how quickly can we join the Alliance?
Well, in Hawaii, we have a great model in that Local 5 joined the Alliance, and it really took them quite literally less than 10 days to join the Alliance via email.
They were with the coalition before. So what happened?
So they were with the coalition, and they had a local agreement that was expiring, and they did not feel that the coalition would be able to address their concerns around their local bargaining. And they knew that the Alliance was at the table getting results, and so they went over to the Alliance side. And it, like I said, it happened very quickly.
And they didn't lose anything?
They did not lose anything. As a matter of fact, prior to them doing that, they had been working without a contract for 3 years. During those 3 years, they had status quo. They did not lose a thing.
So how can we help nurses who are scared that we're going to lose stuff by joining HNHP?
I think the big thing is basic education, sharing information, this type of a video, the video that Wolfgang did with Rick last week. I think those are all great things that helps to educate people. There's tremendous power in us being together, working together, and fighting together. And we have 40 plus stewards that are on board with this. They're educated. They've been going to meetings every other month for 8 hours for the past 5 years. They have your back. They're the ones that fight for you, and they're behind this too. So.